Hello everybody, it's me, Hugo Griffin. Welcome to the part 3 of the testing chamber. If you haven't watched the other two parts, I'd recommend going back and watching those because you'll likely be confused. I am ready to get into it if you guys are. Ready? Let's go. Hello everybody, my name is Hugo Griffin and welcome to part 3 of the testing chamber. Let's get right into it because I'm so excited. I want to get so much further into this. I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am. And don't worry, more other content will be coming out after this series is up. I'll switch back to 3 Scary Games, and on occasion I'll probably start a series from some of Random Studios' other projects. But let's get right into it now. Alright, if you guys can recall, we just made it to this area. I don't really remember what happened. There's another butterfly, so let's just get that real quick. Small butterfly. It has a crucifix-like shape upon its back. Just because you don't know where you're headed does not mean you're lost. Okay. Has the sound of madness set in yet, Wanderer? No. I'm doing pretty good. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. The words "pray with me" are carved into the bottom of the clock's case. Hands have stopped at 10 o'clock. Okay. We got more going on. Ooh! Okay. Crucifix. We got another thing. Oh my god, there's so much in this room. Sense of peace and calm befalls you. Take it. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be an encrusted flower petal, crystallized and preserved over time. Yes. And there he is. She loves you. I'm not sure. Old one in chest. It's gonna be 2. Yep, handprints carved on each side along with a set of words. The 2 words are as follows: blessing and curse. Blessing is something I would like. The chain on the chest breaks with a loud metal clank. The contents of the chest are yours for the taking. And like I said before, I'm going to do a complete other playthrough of this, with just doing the dangerous stuff, or like not collecting the butterflies. We'll figure that all out eventually. That might be its own video in itself, a very long one, and that's up to you guys if you actually really want to see that. Because I don't know about you, but I'm super curious about what would change if we chose the other options. Golden Crucifix. Ask and ye shall receive, Wanderer. Okay, let's take a look at that crucifix. A crucifix made of solid gold shines bright, reflecting light and penetrating even the darkest parts of the room when positioned just right. Very interesting. I have a feeling I have to use that with that thing up there, but let's do these questions quick. Get those out of the way. Let's fill in the blank answers. Do you think about death often? No. Do you believe you're going to live a long, eventful life? Probably. Yeah, I think so. Do you ever talk to yourself? I'm doing it now. Have you ever witnessed an event you just couldn't explain? Yeah. Have you ever had the fear or suspicion that someone was living inside of your house without your knowledge? No. Do you ever sleep with your feet hanging off the edge of the bed? Yes. Have you ever considered that you might be crazy and just don't know it? I'm sure. Does the thought of an afterlife bother you or make you feel uneasy? No. Does the thought that there might not be anything after life bother you? No. Would you be willing to give up sex or masturbation for a year if it meant gaining a deeper sense of peace in the end? Probably, yeah. Would you consider yourself to be easily manipulated at times? No. Would you consider yourself to be a manipulative individual at times? No. Have you ever felt like you were being followed even when no one was there? Actually, yes. Humans are the most dangerous things on the planet. Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a dangerous person? No. Finish thinking I'm in. And just because this bit has been going on for so long, I'm going to keep doing it. Alright. Now, let's do the barrel? An old oak barrel sits against the wall. As you listen closely, a knocking seems to be coming from within the barrel. What would you like to do? Let's knock on it. You extend your hand towards the barrel and begin to knock back. As you pull your hand back, you feel something in your palm. A wisdom token. There we go. A large golden symbol sits atop a stone monument in the corner of the room. It radiates a pure positive energy that draws you in and brings you comfort. If you could pray for anything at all, what would you beg of your gods, Wanderer? Would you like to pray at this mysterious altar? Resolve. Let's do resolve. Kneel before the altar, shut your eyes, and meld into the blackness of the room, and recite a prayer in your head. Ooh. Oh, I'm being abducted. Wow. A sense of peace washes over you, and you feel like everything is going to be alright. Good. That's good. Alright, I don't remember what we last did, but let's go through the left one. Yes. The halls of the harvester. Whether positive feelings of warmth or comfort you initially felt in the previous room, you feel the polar opposite here. Okay. So that's a bad thing. Okay, we got another grave. Let's read it. Here rests wrath. One's wrath may be a burden upon one's very soul, but not upon the soul in which wrath is sought to be placed. For if we were to set out for a plot of vengeance and retribution, we must first dig 2 graves before we begin our journey forward. Oh, that butterfly came right to me. Rest in peace, wrath. Alright, butterfly. You wanted this. There appears to be a very small incision on the abdomen of this tiny creature. Give me the wings. Alright, what wisdom do you grant upon me? And what will the Watcher judge me for? We may be beaten, we may be bruised, bashed, and we may even be bloody. But one thing we refuse to be is broken. That's good. I like that. Do you regret any decisions you've made since being here? Do you regret ever stepping foot within these walls, Wanderer? I'd venture to say that you're walking the path you've meant to walk. Okay, well, you didn't judge me. Ooh, you didn't judge me that time, but... An extremely keen blade rests on the tray atop of the table. Alongside the blade rests a slab of meat with a bite taken out of it. Upon further inspection, it appears to be a kidney. Nice! Ice cold, bloodied water fills the tub in the corner. The blood surrounding the tub feels warm, wet, and fresh. What would you like to do? This seems safe. Do it. Reach into the water and sift through the thick, mucousy water. You feel something small and solid at the bottom of the tub. You bring it to the surface unexpected. A wisdom token. Your decision has been noted. Cool. Okay, we got the answers over there, but let's keep looking around. Oh, this one has a weird red aura around it. Twinkling light radiates from the crystallized object on the floor. A small piece of bloody meat sits next to it. That's what that is. Okay. She loves me not. Dude, I don't know you. So, why are you just trauma dumping on me, bro? An old dusty clock sits on the wall. The word help is crudely written in blood upon the case of the clock. Yeah, I can see that. The hands of the clock have stopped and frozen at 6:54. Yeah, I can see that too. We got another thing for wisdom. Let's lay a token at her feet. Get some wisdom. While others are thinking, you should be doing. Is that it? That was... I'll be honest with you, Veiled Lady. That was pretty mediocre at best. Would you consider yourself to be a highly accomplished individual? Would you say that you sometimes lack motivation? Of course. Today I'm having trouble actually recording videos because I'm just not motivated, and I tried to record something new for you guys. I was looking at AI generated craziness and making some of my own stuff, but my heart was not really in it, and I lost a lot of motivation. But I came back and after like 10 minutes, and I'm trying my best. Would you say that you sometimes lack discipline? Sure. Have you ever faked your confidence level and pretended to be more confident than you actually are? Probably. Have you ever done a job interview? Have you ever had the regret of keeping someone in your life far for too long? Yes. Would you say that you have a tendency to hide your true emotions from people? Yeah. Are you afraid of what others might think of you if they knew all of your deepest, darkest secrets? Sure, I think everybody would. Have you ever lived in a constant state of dread, just wondering when the next horrible event was going to take place in your life? No. Have you ever used a substance or activity to mask your pain or avoid your reality? No. Not for that. Maybe just for fun. If you knew exactly what you had to do in order to become the best version of yourself, but it would take constant hard work, determination, discipline, and sacrifice, would you pursue that endeavor? Yes. Are you comfortable with the idea of living a life of mediocrity? No. I want to make things interesting. And I'm far from normal. Do you believe that for one reason or another, for better or worse, most people don't deserve you or what you bring to their life? Probably? Yeah. That sounds very egotistical, but that's not my thought process behind that. I feel that typically a lot of people don't reciprocate what I lay out most of the time. And I don't know. If you and your significant other were actively witnessing a heinous and tragic act of violence taking place right in front of you, would you risk the life of your significant other to intervene, knowing that at any point in time the assailant could turn on the both of you? I like to help, but sometimes it's best to walk away. If you were in a survival situation with your best friend and only one of you could make it out alive, would you choose your survival over theirs? No. If you could give up your current life in order to pursue your greatest goals and dreams with the highest chances of immediate success, would you do it? Yes. Finish thinking in the answers. And we get Hudagruba. Okay, so we went left last time. Let's do right. A pit of fools. Am I the fool? The answer is yes. Something calls to you and pulls at your very soul. It almost feels like something is in this room is begging you for help. So we got something right front and center. Oh. All right, Mr. Kingy. Where are you going to be? Upon closer inspection, the debris appears to be a mixture of small finger bones and stones that cover a crystallized object. Give me that object. Reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be a crystal flower petal. Yeehaw. There he is. She loves. Okay. Seems to be covered in a white dusty powder. Now, lay upon me your wisdom, butterfly. Someone else is living the life you've always dreamt of. It's not because they're better than you. It's simply because they decided to take the chance you were too afraid to take. What if I told you that you were doing it wrong? What if I told you that there was a better way? What if I told you that you can make it even more painful for them? I wouldn't take you up on that. I feel I'm making it pretty quick. Maybe not another barrel, some random stone, and another random stone. Interesting. What this clock's in. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. There appears to be a piece of rotting flesh inside the case of the clock. Maggots have begun to feast on the remnants of whatever rests inside. As the clock have been snapped in half, they don't lick it. Bloody birthday cake! Oh! It's on the dirty floor. The candles have been lit and already snuffed out. What'd you like to do? I don't want to bite of that bloody cake. You send your hand towards the blood-soaked birthday cake and begin to dig through it. As you're digging through the cake, you find something round and hard within. It's a wisdom token. Alright. Alright, what are these about? The cracked stone platform rests in the corner. There seems to be an indentation where something once sat in the middle of the platform. I don't have anything in place. Okay. What's this? The wooden table sits in the middle of the entryway to the chamber. It's coated in a thick layer of dust, and within the dust there sits an imprint of an object that has seemingly been removed. Let's get these questions out of the way, and then we'll continue exploring this chamber. We all have our demons. Yes. Have you ever felt dead inside? Sure. Have you ever thought about murdering somebody? If I avoid this question, you guys are going to think that I said yes. So I'm going to go with yes. Have you ever felt suicidal? Yes. If you had an incurable disease, would you intentionally transmit it to someone you disliked? No. That is fucked up, man. If you had 3 wishes, would you ever give one away? Probably, yeah. Do you consider yourself to be controlling? No. Do you believe that your life is of great importance and value? Yeah. Do you believe that your fate is predetermined? Yes. Do you believe that our thoughts can manifest into reality? Sure. If we try hard enough. Would you consider yourself to be an optimist? To be optimistic, yes. Would you consider yourself to be be pessimistic at times? No, I'm very optimistic. Always look at the brighter side of the bacon slip. My brain tried to come up with something clever there, but it drastically failed. I crashed my brain plane. Have you ever wondered if you were already dead and just didn't know it? Sure. Have you ever felt physically restrained or held down by an unseen force? Yes. Do you believe that you have a soul? I think you already asked me this. Yes. Alright. And wait a minute. Let me look over here. And, oh, jump scare. It's a pentagram. Not another pentagram. Pentagon. Alright, let's take a look at this pit. Pit of skeletons and assorted bones rest beneath the floor. Your faint whispers coming from the pit calling out to you. Give me the bones! You dig through the bones and find 2 skulls that seem to be emanating a large amount of energy. Almost as if they're calling to you. As you hold the skulls in your hands, the whispering you once heard has grown silent. Interesting. I imagine that that's what goes on these pillars. Place the skull. That's a very bloody skull. It looks like it's a dog. Place the skull atop the monument. Fits perfectly, as if it's finally resting where it belongs. Okay? Other one. Place something above it. That's a human one. Place the skull atop the monument. Fits perfectly in a place for everything, and everything in its place. The room grows suddenly colder. Something about the energy here has shifted. What do you mean? Oh! As you approach the skull and candles, you can hear a faint whispering coming from the table they sit on. You can't quite make out the words, no matter how closely you listen. When you try to move the skull, it won't budge. All the candles have been lit and burnt halfway, except one, which remains pristine. Look at that candle. Reach out and grab the unlit candle. Powdery substance coats your fingers. Required bone dust candle. Interesting. Anything else? As you approach the skull candles, you can hear a faint whisper. Can't make out the words. Alright, I think that's everything. A way out. Are we finally there? You hear the shuffling of feet in the darkest parts of the room, just out of the reach of firelight. You get the sense that something very bad has transpired here. Okay. Clock. Well, there's a clock sits on the wall. Hands of the clock have been replaced by severed fingers. Yeah, it looks just like it. Fingers of the clock, have stopped and frozen on 111. Back at the start, are we? That's what it seems like. Oh, a blood-splattered statue of an angel sits with her eyes fixated on a blade sitting in blood, resting atop a stone table. It almost seems as though the angel's eyes shift and look at you for a brief moment. But perhaps your own eyes are merely playing cruel tricks. Interesting. Is this the same with this? It's not. Stands before you, pressing her hands together with her head hung low, deep in prayer. As you stand near her, you can hear faint whispering coming from the statue. It briefly looks as though the statue's lips are moving as if the angel is mumbling to herself. But the longer you stare, the more silent and still the statue grows. Interesting. Alright, we got a thing here. Parchment and quill rest on the table before you. There appears to be a note left by a previous visitor. What would you like to do? Let's read it. If you're reading this, then it's already too late for me. I should have heeded the warning of the note I found earlier. You can't take it anymore. I shouldn't be here. No one should be here. This place does things to you. It distorts your mind. It drives you to do things a good soul would never do. The things I've done, oh God, please, forgive me for the awful things I've done here. I should have listened. And now there's only one thing left to do. There's only one way out of this hell. And it knows it too. The watchful one. The monster in the walls. It knows just when we're about to break. And it provides an exit for us. It provides our way out. Just when we can't take any more, it will take my exit now. I'll find solace in knowing that my selfishness, my greed, and will not go unpunished. I will atone for all I've done, all of those I've hurt in search for answers of self. I will take my leave and pray that my soul finds its way out of these wretched chambers once and for all. Signed, just another wanderer. Okay? So, I feel morally ambiguous. Old wooden chest. 2 words. Give me the 2 words. I'm ready for it. 2 words are as follows. Rags and riches. Rags. The chain on the chest breaks with a loud metal clank. The contents of the chest are yours for the taking. You've acquired commoner's garb. Perhaps you should have chosen more wisely, Wanderer. Or perhaps you know exactly what you're doing. I don't. Alright, we have another butterfly I saw. Yep. I don't know if I want to destroy this one. It's holding an eyeball in its grip. Yeah, okay, that's creepy enough for me to kill it. You begin to pull apart the wings of the butterfly and stuff them into a small wooden lockbox. Cool. Give me your wisdom, eyeball butterfly. You may not be able to change your beginning. But if you act now, there's still time to change your ending. What are you going to do with the wings you've collected? You're going to open up a discount butterfly shop, Wanderer? Everything is half off? Ha! Ha ha! Fine, I'll stop with the butterflies, but I'll at least read what they're doing. Stone statue of a veiled woman stands tall before you. Her hands are firmly clasped over human brain. Ew. Squishing the tissue as gray matter pours forth and envelops her cold stone. If you believe you can do something, then chances are you can. If you believe you can't, well then, you're probably right about that too. I don't know if that's wisdom. I ain't so sure about that. Alright, let's grab another one. The object seems to be stuck inside of a severed toe. Gross. Take it. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. Do you love yourself? Yes. Have you ever hated yourself? Yes. Have you ever wished that you had never been born? Yes. Do you ever get chills up your spine when someone walks behind you? No. Have you ever watched someone die? Yes. Have you ever stolen something personal from someone and then returned it without them knowing? No, I don't think I have. You always lock your doors to your home? Yes. Do you sleep with a window open? On occasion, yes. Would you add a decade onto your life if it meant taking a decade off the lifespan of a random individual whom you'll never meet or come in contact with? No. Have you ever felt like someone was watching you through your window? No. Oh, there it is. Again! See? Every time. I don't know why they made it a hover function. I hover right over this. Boom, there it is. And look. Semi-truck catches fire due to overheated brakes. Closes Highway 285. Wow. Look at all those reactions down there. How interesting. Now get out of here. And never come back! Have you ever wished that someone you've hated would die? No. Do you ever feel the possibility of permanently losing your memory? Yes. Alzheimer's and dementia has run in the family for a bit, and I'm sure it's going to happen someday. When that happens, I don't know if I want to be around anymore. So, keep that in mind. Would you consider yourself to be a good person? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a bad person? No. Have you ever felt like maybe you're not even a person at all? What, like Planter's Peanut? The peanut guy? In that case, yes. But no. Finishing your final answers, and we get the peanut guy! Dull iron blade sits in blood, resting atop a stone table. At certain darkness, the emanates from the blade and gives off a very negative energy. Get the sense that this blade was not used for the best of intentions. Okay, well, I'm glad that I don't have a choice with that. And let's go right. I think I'm going to stop with the butterflies. I'll at least go up to them and look at them and see what is on them, but, you know, I'm going to stop. Because I feel like they're telling me something. Innocence lost. Oh. Okay. As you open your eyes and gaze around the room, visions of your childhood cloud your mind. Some memories bring you nostalgic bliss, whereas others bring you brief heartache and grief, before you quickly flush the thoughts from your memory and continue onward. Blood-soaked gifts litter the table before you. Each box looks pristinely wrapped, yet caked with dirt and blood. Is there anything else? Unopened presents and gift-wrapped boxes litter the table. Each of them feel nearly weightless, as if all the boxes are empty. Okay. What we got here? Tattered and old, yet neatly folded blankets rest on the table. They're warm to the touch in an otherwise cold room. Twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object. Sits among a pile of pulled teeth. Huh. Alright. I will only get the crystal petals then now. She does love you, man. I'm sure she does. What do we got here? Inside the water basin, what appears to be a drowned fetus rests stagnant and unmoving. The umbilical cord is still attached to hanging over the side of the basin. Cool. Bucket of fetid flesh and blood overflows from the moldy, rotted wooden bucket. Inside the bucket appears to be afterbirth and the carved insides of what once must have been a womb. Oh, and there's the doll with help written above it. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. Small bloody handprint is pressed onto the case of the clock. Yep, I can clearly see it. It's obvious. Hands on the clock have stopped and frozen on 2222. Are we in a time loop? Is that what this is about? Oh, click on the butterfly. Its wings begin to sparkle. I want secrets. I like secrets. You're gonna pull up with the wings. See, that heart makes me think I'm supposed to. If you move forward now, you will be proud of yourself tomorrow. If you don't, you'll feel just like you do today, except worse. Because you'll be one more day behind. Make yourself proud. You know, believe it or not, butterfly wings are mighty versatile, Wanderer. You can do many things with them. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Yeah. I don't want butterfly soup, though. It sounds strange. Small ritualistic altar rests on the floor. Coins among them, all surrounding the picture of a mirror. Interesting. Among the coins, you notice there's one that's only half of a coin. I probably should have taken that other one, but it's fine. I'll deal with it. Okay, this is a wisdom token thing, I'm sure. Oh. Bleeding eyes, blood-soaked thighs, innocent cries, Dolly dies. Damn. Morbid sin. Look within. Next of kin. Begin again. Is that it? Okay. Nice slam poem, bro. What'd you like to do? Give me that red doll. Reach out and pick up the bloody red doll. There's a blood-soaked coin underneath its dress. Did I just give that doll a reach around? And they exploded. I'm not going to take the other half of the coin because I don't think that there's going to be another thing. I think that was just a one-time thing, and I'm sure it just makes another wisdom token. Are you afraid of being forgotten? Sure. It's inevitable, but yeah. Have you ever heard voices in your head? Yes. Back in the day, it was a medicated. Do you have a habit of starting projects and not finishing them? Not anymore. Would you say that you get sick easily? Yes. I have the immune system of a dead badger. Do you ever feel like things end poorly for you, even when they've been going on well right up until the end? No. I think I just bursted an eardrum. That's not good. I don't know how that happened, but my ear really hurts. Ow. Do you ever feel like life has been disappointing? Sure. Would you consider yourself to be a disappointment? No. Do you ever feel tired, drained, and like you wish you could just sleep forever? Sure. You sometimes have difficulty going to sleep or even staying asleep? Yes. Recently, for whatever reason, it's been happening a lot. Do you ever wish you could be more productive? Sure. I'm very productive now, but I definitely wish I could be more. You ever suffer from intrusive thoughts that you just can't seem to flush out of your mind? Yes. Would you say that you've experienced many strained friendships or relationships in your lifetime? Sure. Have you ever felt like you're drawn towards people in life who just aren't good for you? What? Have you ever felt like you're drawn toward people in life who just aren't good for you? Sure. Have you ever felt like you were living an unhealthy lifestyle? Ever? Sure. Have you ever just wished that things could be different? Sure. Alright. Spooky. Okay, that's done. There were just presents over here. And got the altar done. That's done. Yeah, I got a wisdom token. That's cool. We went left last time. Let's go right. Yes. And we're through. Hey guys, it's me. This is going to be the part 1 to the part 3. The video just ended up being way too long, so it's going to, be its own thing. So keep an eye out for the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, comment down below what you think, share with your friends, etc., etc. All of my socials are down in the description below. And let me know if there's any other games that you want me to visit. The next one that should be up after this is the third Lo-Fi Minecraft podcast. So keep an eye out for that too. But anyway, yeah. It's been nice. See you in the next one. And have an artful day, everybody. Bye-bye.